Hello everyone and welcome to In Silence with Faisal Sagir. Today I want to talk to you about nothing to fear. Do you run around your life with so many fears? Do these fears manifest as insecurities? Do you feel anxious most of the time, stressed, fearful? Well, listen to this. Your true nature is fearless. Life itself, you are life, and life is fearless. Just observe life. See how it remains in its natural state, its effortless state, which is fearless. This is your true nature, to be fearless. You're not meant to live in fear. There is freedom that's possible. There's a life that awaits, that is beyond fear. The opportunity to live free from fear, to live fearlessly, awaits you. Will you meet this opportunity with enthusiasm, with faith, with hope? I encourage you to do so. In every moment we are given an opportunity to live freely. But how we meet this opportunity is up to us. We have a choice to make in every moment. Are we going to live in fear, or are we going to transcend our fear? Are we going to live true to who we really are and be fearless, be courageous, take on the challenge of life? I remember the days I was so trapped, locked down by fear. My fears would eat me alive. They would come alive in my mind and they would eat me alive energetically. I felt drained all the time. I didn't feel competent. I didn't feel confident. I couldn't do anything in the world. I was so immobilized, so distraught with fear. But I did what I'm telling you to do today. To be aware of the fear and to choose to face it. To choose to not be afraid. Whatever your fears may be. When you live in the mind, you are conditioned in a way to live in a state of fear. This fear is caused by ignorance of the truth, ignorance of how things really are. So I encourage you to step into reality as it really is, to see it as it really is, to step into your life the way you're meant to step into it. How do you want to step into your destiny? Do you want to step into your destiny fearful, or do you want to step into your destiny full of faith, full of hope, full of love, full of joy and peace? I know I want the second one. And so every moment I see it as an opportunity and make the choice. Do I want to live in fear and regret, grief, apathy, anxiety, stress, worry, guilt, resentment, anger? Or do I want to be free? What we all truly want is to be free. And yet we are dominated by our mind without even knowing it. So we live unconsciously in a state of fear, in a state of ignorance. And we suffer that. Whether we know it or not, we suffer that. But I'm here to tell you, to remind you that the opportunity of freedom is still possible. freedom is still possible. Your destiny awaits. Your destiny is full of freedom, full of joy, full of peace, full of love, full of bliss. Get excited about your destiny. And how do you transcend fear? By taking responsibility for how you feel. Be responsible for how you feel and be aware of the thoughts that come into your mind. Be aware of how you react in the world. If you are constantly aware of every single thought that passes through your mind without judging it, just being aware of it and not being enslaved to it, not being attached to it, not believing in every thought, not charging it with emotional strength. If you instead just remain aware and grow in self-awareness, you will find emotional maturity and strength. Your life will not be out of balance, thrown out of balance by fear. You will be able to do things you never thought you could do. You'll be more creative. Life will be more spontaneous and joyful. You'll be more productive. You'll be able to accomplish more in less time, with less effort. And this is what I want for you. I want you to take the opportunity of a lifetime, the opportunity of freedom. But first you need to know that you have to hold in your mind and say that freedom is possible. Well, first you have to realize that you are living in fear. Whether you know it or not, you have to be aware that you are in fact living in fear, that fear is the dominant vibration of energy that dominates your life. And you are influenced by fear on an unconscious level. So be aware of that first, and then see the possibility of freedom. Have faith that you can be free. You don't need to live in fear. And then take responsibility for how you feel and how you think. When you do that, you will transform your life energetically, and it will be a great life to be lived. You will be fearless. You will step into your true nature. You will step into your destiny, your great destiny. But to do that, you have to be fearless. And who you really are is fearless. It's not fear. It's not who you really are is not clouded by fear. It's not clouded by doubt. It's not clouded by worry, anxiety, apathy, grief, hopelessness, despair, misery, sorrow, unhappiness, suffering. All of that is just the mind. But once you transcend your mind, you will know who you are, and you will be free in the truth of who you are. So I challenge you today to take the opportunity of freedom, the opportunity of a lifetime, and step into your God-given destiny. Freedom is your birthright. So don't miss out on it. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time.